Most people weigh the cost of fitness by comparing a 25 pounds monthly direct debit against the upfront shock of buying their own equipment. That low monthly sticker price offers a false sense of security. Locking in a cheap gym membership and calling it a day is exactly how an assumed 300-pound annual expense quietly drains thousands from your account over a half-decade. The math falls apart because we calculate fitness costs over 30 days, but we actually live with those choices and their financial consequences over several years. A true accounting requires adding up the cumulative invisible costs: fuel spent getting there, time burned in transit, annual inflation contract hikes, and the awkward months where you pay for 30 days but swipe your entry card twice. While the advertised price of a budget gym stays anchored at £1,500, the actual 5-year cost frequently surpasses £5,500. Your exact penalty depends on whether you are a budget-conscious lifter, a time-poor professional, or a transient renter with space constraints. A mathematically cheap option is completely useless if the environment fails to trigger your adherence to the training. A £25 gym you never attend is vastly more expensive per workout than a £1,000 home rack you use every morning. Determining your actual path forward requires throwing out the base monthly rate. You have to calculate the financial input multiplied by your specific lifestyle friction. Let us run the numbers on a highly standard routine. Driving 15 minutes to a commercial gym 4 times a week. 2 hours of driving a week easily equates to £15 to £25 in fuel, plus the accelerated wear and tear on your vehicle. City residents face the exact same penalty, simply substituted with round-trip bus or tube fares that reliably drain your transport budget every single week. This scorecard projects those weekly transit expenses across our 5-year timeline. Without upgrading your membership or hiring a single personal trainer, you have stacked a £6,000 travel tax on top of your budget gym fee. The chart here translates that financial tax into a time tax. Those 15-minute drives pile up to over 500 lost hours. That is nearly 3 straight weeks of your life spent purely sitting in transit over a 5-year window. Then the administrative costs hit. Minimum 12-month terms that trap you, £30 joining fees buried in the small print, and annual price hikes that quietly edge your monthly rate up by 3 to 8% a year. A budget gym operates as a budget option exclusively if your geographical distance makes the travel time and the cost to cover it effectively zero. Moving the routine home requires an entirely different calculation. A functional home setup, adjustable dumbbells, a kettlebell, and a foldable bench requires an upfront capital outlay of around £300 to £700. This line chart tracks the rapid return on that investment. When measured against a £45 mid-market gym and the associated travel costs, a £500 home setup breaks even in exactly 7 months. The parallel timeline here shows the cumulative gain for parents or professionals. By cutting the commute to zero, you reclaim weeks of your life without missing a single set. There are strict hidden costs here too. If your setup occupies a box room you could otherwise rent out to a lodger, you are paying a massive monthly opportunity cost. If your gear sits in a shed, winter heating bills can easily add £200 to your yearly expenses. Unlike cardio machines, quality strength equipment holds its value. Sourcing used weights on local marketplaces bakes a heavy discount into your initial total cost of ownership. The true barrier to a home setup is psychological. There is no one watching, the sofa is in the next room, and no external community exists to hold you accountable. A home gym successfully eliminates commute friction and ongoing subscription costs, but it requires massive, sustained intrinsic motivation to function. Mid-market and premium clubs demand £60 to £110 a month. Factor in joining fees and annual maintenance charges, and the 5-year outlay reliably climbs well past £6,600. Premium fees subsidize lifestyle amenities, pools, saunas, and classes, moving the value proposition away from raw equipment access. In dense cities, gym competition keeps prices grounded and access easy. In rural areas, the closest facility might be a 20-mile drive, entirely destroying the math and time logic of a membership. If you rent in a shared house or move apartments every year, the home setup math inverts completely. Hauling 200 kilograms of cast iron up 3 flights of stairs in a new city is a logistical nightmare most people agree to experience once. Attempting deadlifts above a neighbor's ceiling creates instant domestic friction. Once noise complaints start, your adherence plummets and the equipment gathers dust. For transient renters, paying a premium for the geographical flexibility and noise isolation of a commercial gym is a highly rational investment. Plotting financial cost against lifestyle friction reveals the ultimate ROI, whichever path guarantees long-term adherence. The node tracking time-poor homeowners lands firmly in the home setup quadrant. By absorbing the upfront cost, you eliminate the daily commute friction. Urban renters and those motivated by community drop into the budget gym quadrant, anchored by a strict boundary. The facility must be under a 10-minute walk, or the transit tax ruins the model. For many, the central node provides the answer: a 20-pound budget membership paired with minimal home equipment like resistance bands. You secure heavy machinery access while retaining home flexibility for busy mornings. Before you swipe your card for either option, answer the core questions. How stable is your housing over the next 5 years? Do you have dedicated space? And are you motivated by a crowded room or by total privacy? Pull your last 3 months of bank statements and highlight every single fitness-related transaction. That honest baseline will show you exactly what you actually use. Next, plug your commute distance, local gym fees, and equipment estimates into the cost-saver 1 to 5 year TCO comparator. Run the exact math for your specific postcode. Stop optimizing purely for the lowest monthly sticker price. Optimize for the environment that removes friction and guarantees your adherence, and you will protect both your money and your time.